Good morning, Indonesia. It's 8:35 a.m. on a Friday morning, February 14th, 2025, and welcome to today's news update. I'm your host, Yusuf from the BBC. That's Birkin's broadcast company to our new listeners, bringing you the latest headlines from around the world. Our today's news update is the concerning rising levels of climate change as planet warming gas levels rose more than ever in the year 2024. Scientists from California have said that the levels of the most significant planet-warming gas in our atmosphere rose more quickly than ever before, previously recorded last year, leaving a key global climate target hanging by a thread. Concentrations of carbon dioxide are now more than 50% higher than before humans started burning large amounts of fossil fuels, which is a huge amount. Last year, fossil fuel emissions were at records high, while the natural world struggled to absorb as much CO2 due to factors including as wildfires and drought, so much more accumulated in the atmosphere. The rapid increase in CO2 gases is incompatible with the international pledge to try to limit global warming to 1.5°C above pre-industrial levels. This was the ambitious goal agreed by nearly 200 countries at the landmark UN meeting in Paris in the year 2015. With the hope of avoiding some of the worst impacts of climate change. Last week, it was confirmed that the year 2024 was the hottest on record and the first calendar year in which annual average temperatures were higher than the goal of 1.5°C above pre-industrial levels. The long-term CO2 increase is unquestionably due to human activities, mainly through burning coal, continuous uses of oil and gas, and cutting down trees in the forests illegally. Records of the Earth's climate in the distant past from ice cores and marine sediments show that CO2 levels are currently at the highest in at least 2 million years. The Global Carbon Project team have stated that there were also the effects of the natural El Niño phenomenon, where surface waters in the eastern tropical Pacific Ocean become unusually warm, thus affecting weather patterns. The natural world has absorbed roughly half of humanity's CO2 emissions, mostly through extra plant growth and more of the gas being dissolved in the ocean. However, that extra blast of heat from El Niño against the background of climate change meant that natural carbon that sinks on land did not take as much CO2 as usual last year. Rampant wildfires in Los Angeles have also contributed to the extra release of CO2 gases. The rise in CO2, driven by fossil fuel burning and rapid deforestation, would currently be outpacing the IPCC's 1.5°C scenarios. These factors meant that between the years 2023 and 2024, CO2 levels increased by nearly 3.6 parts per million molecules of air to a new high of more than 424 parts per million molecules of air. This is the record yearly increase since atmospheric measurements were first taken at the remote Mauna Loa research station in Hawaii in the year 1958. Perched high on the side of a volcano in the Pacific Ocean, the station's remote location away from major pollution sources makes it ideally suited to monitoring global CO2 levels. Professor Ralph Keeling, who leads the measurement program at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography in the US, stated that these latest results further confirm that we are moving into uncharted territory faster than ever before as the rise of planet-warming gas continues to accelerate. The Met Office predicts the increase in CO2 concentration in the year 2025 will be less extreme than 2024, but still significantly off track to meet the 1.5°C target. La Nina conditions, where surface waters in the eastern tropical Pacific Ocean are cooler than normal, have replaced the El Niño phenomenon, which now allows the natural world to take up more CO2. And that's all the news we have for today. Thank you for listening to the BBC. This is Yusuf signing off.